Packet pickup is behind the race site. Once you have managed to eye spy the minuscule orange signs sparingly scattered on the side of the road, signifying that a race is occurring, follow the arrows into the race parking lot. Now you can relax and take a deep breath. You must register. Every experienced Z has a face used to psych out other combatants. Find your face and put it on. It can be a chipper, excited, angry, reserved, friendly, or sleepy. All are equally acceptable. The point is that you have a game face and thus a lens from which to interact with fellow running Zs. After a certain level of training, racing is 80% mental and 20% physical. Your mental preparation should begin well before the gun goes off. Get out of the car and using your new lens, frantically ask anyone and everyone, "Do you know where Packet Pickup is?" Most Z's will not. Do not be alarmed. You will find Packet Pickup soon enough. Use this as a chance to survey your competitors' game faces. The more that you chat with other Z's, the better prepared you'll be mentally when you are actually racing against them. For example, suppose you learn that another person in your age group has kids. Aha! You think with a smile. That is a few hours less a day that they have to train. I will not have to worry about them at mile 17. Back to the search. Hiding Packet Pickup is simply a tactic that the race organizers are using to keep you from starting the race and jumble up the novice's nerves. Don't fret, Packet Pickup is somewhere nearby. It is just behind the building to your right, over the hill, on the horizon. It is essentially a pre-race screening, akin to companies' drug screening applicants. If you pass the test and find Packet Pickup, the race directors consider you smart enough to start the race. If not, they don't want you racing, as you would be an insurance liability and probably get lost on the trail. The easiest way to beat this test is to simply show up early. Find a bathroom. You have your race packet now in hand after a quick smile and a warm handshake from the volunteers at Packet Pickup. You successfully passed the second test, the first being overcoming the poor directions to the site. You have also managed to snag a second cup of good coffee. Drink up. It is early in the morning, and you will not find any more coffee. The extra coffee, mixed with a healthy case of pre-race jitters, has unfortunately caused you to feel like a badger is burrowing around in your belly. Like clockwork, you sigh as you dash for the coziest spot you can find to excuse yourself from the onslaught of runner's stomach. Trust me, your nerves, the morning cup of coffee, the shots of caffeine-laden energy gels, the 2 syrupy sweet sports drinks, and the endorphins will take you on a gastronomic roller coaster adventure every time. The coziest spot will likely be the one farthest from people. You want to avoid the porta potty lineup unless you have miraculously managed to claim one of the thrones first. Only those lucky enough to arrive hours before the race will afford this luxury. Your ditch adventures, your ditch adventure and search for Packet Pickup limited your time, so just grab your toilet paper roll and begin the trot to the nearest woodlands. You might manage to distract yourself by imagining yourself as a kangaroo bounding over the paddocks of land with urgency. You might get some funny looks at home if you go skipping into the woods with toilet paper high in hand, but on race day, however, you should bounce proudly with paper roll high in hand. You came to the race prepared, and countless others will be jealous of your preparation. They are watching and have made note that you, my fellow Z, are an experienced racer. 1 point for mental intimidation. Look cool. As the race time draws nearer, you have a few precious minutes left to take some more gulps of your sugary liquid, say goodbye to any friends and family willing to get up so early, and take a short warm-up jog. Take advantage of this time by strutting around and continuing to use your game face whenever someone engages you in conversation. Make your way to the starting line. Don't worry about the formal rules of line etiquette here. Walk all the way around the group and complete a few strides off the front with as much pomp as possible. Your goal at this stage should be to impress everyone with your speed. So move your legs in a blur of motion as you spring from the front of the pack. Despite whatever nerves you may have, make sure to look fresh and calm. Once you have established your right to be at the front, nudge your way into 2 or 3 rows back. Move your arms and legs around as much as possible to free up some space around you. Do the warm-up hokey pokey. Shake your legs out wide and look glaringly at others when their limbs hit your space. You're fighting for territory here. The more socially obtrusive you can be, the better. Take a deep breath. Your stomach just sank and your heart rate simultaneously jumped to 150 beats per minute. The race director just walked in front of the pending stampede with a megaphone. "Good morning, racers. I want you all to have a great race. It is a beautiful day. We do not expect rain today, and the temperatures are not expected to exceed 75. The course is well marked. There are aid stations at miles 5, 7, 9, 13, 17, and 21. The race will start in T2 minutes and counting. Please line up behind the start line. Ah, you hear silence as the anticipation of the gun looms. You realize that everyone around you is pressing shiny buttons on their wristwatches. You remind yourself, they are missing the point. Just listen to your body. This is a long run. After all, shouldn't those Z's be more worried about the scenery and the journey? Time clocks are part of the workday. Why worry about it out here? Remind yourself of this mantra. Time is relative. A watch won't make anyone run any faster. Pop! Pop! The gun goes off and you think with a smile, here goes. In a few hours I will be able to say that I have run a marathon today. That is more miles than most people run in a week, and I will have done it all before lunchtime. Catch up with friends. Pat yourself on the back. You have managed to quell your heart from launching out of your chest. You have also successfully managed to slow down a few racers in front of you by stepping on their heels as they leave the starting gate. Take the time to look around and notice the group of Z's who surround you. The pace should be comfortable, almost slow, but not decidedly slow. Use this time to engage in friendly banter with your fellow body and mind combatants. Topics of polite conversation with other racers generally include the following. That Z is looking awful fleshy this year. It doesn't like we have to worry about her. I'm from the mountains, so these hills should feel a lot like flatland to me. Seriously? Who wears makeup during a marathon? I wouldn't take that Z home to Mom. That Z is not chatting much and is pulling off the front of the group. I wonder if they are looking to play. And with that, you are off. The games have begun. After all, any self-respecting Z would not let another Z slip off the front without so much as a quick conversation to size up the competition. Quite frankly, you think? That is just plain rude. Only one thing to do. Take a deep breath and pick up your speed. You are 3 miles into the race and your heart rate is going to jump up to 180 beats per minute before this little game has ended. Ignore the elephants. If you were lucky, that early test of your legs did 2 things. It built up the lactic acid buffers necessary for the later stages of the race in your bloodstream, and it left the other Z in the waning distance behind the last curve. If you were unlucky, the other Z matched your game and moved on. No worries, at this point the outcome is really unimportant. The important thing is that you play the game. Good psychology wins races. Not that this is baseball, but if you are not willing to step up to the plate, you'll never hit the ball. About this time, you realize you have caught the stragglers from the 10K that started an hour prior to your race. Precarious indeed, you think, because you have managed to separate yourself from the warriors behind you, and you intend to keep it that way by maneuvering carefully through this pack. The 10K runners are emphatically huffing and puffing as they walk their way up the single-track trail, oblivious to your rapid approach. Like a trail of lumbering elephants, they are blocking the roadway for miles ahead. You look to your left, to your right, above, and below, and realize that the only way to go around this herd is to bushwhack a few feet off the trail. Ignore all signs of pain, cuts, bruises, and invites to twisted ankles while blazing this new trail. Don't waste your breath calling out, left, right, as you pass. Trust me when I say that these Z's have probably never been on a track and will not understand your language. So don't waste your breath. Ignore the cuts and bruises that bushes inflict on your legs. The endorphins will take care of that. Once at the top of the ascent, pat yourself on the back yet again. You have managed to accrue scars to share with loved ones at home from the adventure. You're only 9 miles in. All real Z's